Spence versus Crawford. Many people thought these two fighters were evenly matched in the build-up to the fight. Some assumed that Crawford got more skill, but Spence compensates for what he lacks with solid fundamentals and physical size. It was a legendary clash between two titans of the sport. But boy, oh boy, a 50-50 fight it was not. Welcome to Complex Boxing. Sweet Science Explained. Crawford started off fighting in the southpaw stance. This way his lead hand would become free from Spence's lead hand control. Spence's jab sets up his offense. By jabbing with Spence and beating him to the punch with his faster hand, Crawford effectively removed Spence's weapon to set up his offense. Here, Crawford slips the jab while jabbing with Spence. The cornerstone of Spence's fighting style is his inside game, where he unleashes his consistent head and body attacks. Unfortunately for him, Crawford's inside game is vastly superior. By effectively parrying, evading, and blocking punches with some of the most efficient roughhousing I've seen in the sport, Crawford made Spence's offensive options limited on the inside. Crawford's roughhousing also facilitated his counter shots when Spence rushed in. Crawford dominated Spence while fighting on the inside, countering in the pocket, backing up, and fighting on the front foot. Crawford took advantage of the openings by baiting or timing Spence's movements. Spence steps in too deep into the firing range when he throws to the body, giving Crawford enough time to catch him with a follow-up shot while Spence retreats his lead foot. In later rounds before the knockout, Crawford was so relaxed, giving Spence different looks and a variety of attacks. Crawford's pinpoint accuracy and counterpunching were a nightmare for Spence. The way he created space and angles to facilitate his power punches to finish Spence was a work of art. Spence is a solid fighter, a fundamentalist with power, but in front of a faster opponent with several dimensions in his game, Spence needed more than simple adjustments. Crawford outboxed, outclassed, and made Spence look more ordinary than a journeyman. Unless Spence makes leaps and bounds improvements before the rematch, Crawford will beat him again senselessly. What do you think? Can Spence make a difference in the rematch? Should the rematch even take place? Let's chat in the comments section.
If you want to see more in-depth boxing breakdowns and analysis, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything.